a party, I'm a real go-getter. Rock a fur coat, but it's not chinchilla. Who's that dude with the master plan? It's Mr. Pinecone with the mic in my hand. I ball on a budget, got a bag full of nuggets. Living life to the fullest before I'm kicking the bucket. No time for the haters, I'm the meat and potatoes. I'm the product of Anunnaki and godly invaders. You wanna go down the rabbit hole? Well, come along with me. Let me phone comb. Let me take you on a trip to the Pleiades or the seven seas. We can sail them all. Bring your dungarees and your toothbrush, your knapsack. We'll have a nightcap, then I'll bring you back. Mr. Pinecone's come a long, long way, so everybody get sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way.
What's going on, believers? Guys, it's getting ugly in the market right now. If you have an opportunity to stable your tokens right now, it might be a good opportunity to take that time. Now, I would never tell you to stable your tokens if you're into some kind of degen play, because that's just crazy. It's going to cost you too much to come in and out. But if you've got anything right now that you got sitting in some kind of stable, then right now would probably be the time for you to back it out just a little bit and sit on it for a while. Ethereum's down to 31.58. I stabled my Ethereum about 3 days ago. We went into it was about 3,300, something like that. So, guys, I would not, I would not be in this market right now. Like, I really don't think that we're doing anybody any service at this point by continuing to sit on this at 31.60. It looks like the Chinese market, the Asian markets are doing a sell-off. It's also entirely possible that that's going to continue through the night. And then the European market's going to wake up and they're going to continue the sell-off. It looks like a little bit of a bloodbath is happening right now because Bitcoin did not hold its support, continue to go back down. If you look up here at the top, you can see that the market cap has not changed dramatically, and there's no real catalyst to the downside as a reason other than general investor sentiment. So it just looks like a tired market, with the important piece being that trading volume is only 64 billion. 64 billion supports about a 1.3 trillion dollar market cap over an extended period of time. So that means that there is going to be a drawdown on the pricing right here. I am told that people are expecting, before we make that next big move to the upside, that maybe we're going to be down to 2,800 on Ethereum and maybe another 38K on Bitcoin. It's a great opportunity to make a play, but we'll have to see what we see when we actually see it. What's going on, Moham? What are your thoughts about Terra dropping? You still think it has a chance to 1,000x? Yeah, I absolutely do. Nothing about my opinion of Terra has changed in any way, because oops. Hey man, thanks for the bomb. Yeah, man. I do Pablo's my guy, so let's man, I can't get, for some reason. I am not getting Terra to load. There we go. So Terrarium is at 26 right now, down 7% on the day. I have I do have communication with these guys, and I do know what's going on behind the scenes, and there's really nothing that they can do right now that's going to stop the bleeding for that period of time. So you're just going to have to hold on. Here's the thing. I'm not worried about it. I'm still 100x. Absolutely. I think it's going to do more than 100x. So, I'm not concerned. I think it's going to do about another 200x from where it is right now, but we have to get to that point. We have to have like a catalyst. The catalyst, the mistake that they made with Binance.us cannot be understated. But at the same time, they made a couple more things that they sent out. And then after they sent them out, they didn't really rock. They just stopped the bleeding in so much as it was kind of bleeding down. So that part happened. That was good. But, the rest of it, we're just going to take a little bit of time, man. Captain hey, what's going on, man? Bleeves, you have any idea what happened to World War Doge? Did they rug? You know what? Anytime I see stuff like that, I just assume it's going to be rugging anyway. So I don't know that it did or it didn't, but let's go check it out real quick. WWD. And that's not what they're using. So World War Doge. All right, so I don't see it anywhere. So I don't know what happened to it. But I mean, again, anytime I see names like that, I assume that they're destined to rug or not do whatever it is that they could be doing. Um, Unlike what your theme song says, this market is making me get sideways on a Sunday. Hey, man, the market is going to be the market. You never can control it. You always hope for the best when you're looking at it. You're always looking for that positive sentiment to it. You just don't always get it. Ethereum just down $10 since we started this. So there's a lot of blood in the water. Now, here's the thing, guys. Please be responsible with what you're doing here. Get into stablecoin as much as you possibly can. If you have anything in ETH that you're not, and any kind of shit coin or hype coin that you're into that you're not convinced is going to take you to the next level, get out of it. Get out of it. Get yourself into stable. That's going to be there when you get back. The things that you should hold on to would definitely be, I think it's reasonable to expect that you should hold on to Volt right now, just in case. You should hold on to WAGME just in case. You should hold on to Shiba just in case, because I think those are going to have some good moves. Safe Ape might even be one that you want to hold on to right now because they're going to have a big move too. Coin View Cap has been, and my dog's got, he's doing his thing again. But you, other than that, if you got anything else, I would stable it for right now. When Phantom Project presale and where? Okay, so I don't have the information about it. I am partnered with them. So bro, read the room. I don't know the answer as to when it's going to happen, but I'm told that it should be either this coming Friday or Saturday, maybe Thursday. I'm not sure. Sometime over the next weekend, I think, is when they're going to do that first initial launch. So, please talk more about BlockFi. You mentioned on. I don't know what we're talking about here. I don't remember what we're talking about on that one. You convinced Saitama won't recover. Should we convert it to stable now? If I were in Saitama, I would stable the shit out of that one right now. Because we have not found the bottom, and it's been so long since Saitama has hit bottom that I continue to I'm worried that Saitama could add another zero. And I know that that's early to say that at 8 zeros, 81.43. But listen, just yesterday we were kind of saying that there's no way that it could hold itself under 1,000, and everything has gone on so poorly and so badly for so long that here we are at 81.42. Now, here's the thing. There's going to be some more. Look at these big sell downs that happened over here. And I don't know if you can see them, but if you look at the bottom wicks on these candles here, you can see that this one traded all the way down to 71.30 before going back up to 8,000, which means that with a $10,000 investment and an hour's play, you could have earned like $900 or $850. There's a lot of money that you can still make off of Saitama on these day trading. This one was at 72 and went all the way up to 83. So that's, again, if you're willing to invest the chance money to try to make something happen on it, and you see one of these big candles, it's worth buying in real quick. just to make $1,000 off of it, just so you can say that you did. But I mean, like, look at it. And I'm not doing anything to it. Like, I'm not talking negative. And Rodney isn't moving, like, he's not moving the candle like too much. I mean, this is just bad. It's just investor sentiment is just dying on the vine as we speak. And guys, I apologize for my dog. He's having one of those spells again. Would you see Terrarium recover huge by the end of the year? Yes, I would. It will recover by the end of the it's going to recover in the next little while. It's a matter of getting an announcement. Saitama's a dead coin. Only reason it even has life at all is because people that bought in, I got caught holding the bag. But that's not true. That's not true. If it were, then it wouldn't have a $400 million market cap. And it still has a $400 million market cap. And you can say what you want about any token, but remember that $400 million market cap is a lot. When the Phantom pre-sale you talked about, that's going to be this coming weekend, I think. Thoughts on Crow nodes, CRN, they're awesome. Anybody who is invested in Crow should have your stuff in Crow nodes or staking in some way right now, because that's the money play of 2022. What about Phoenix V2? I don't see any big run or big buyers. I haven't either. But the other thing is they don't have a lot in marketing. They're not, they don't have a marketing wallet and budget for like a big move. So they have to wait, and they're very patient, by the way. The thing is, what they're trying to do right now is they're trying to find a, they're trying to find a working product. And then once they've got a working product, they're going to hit you in the face with that working product. That's what you're going to see come up. So I wouldn't worry about that. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And I'm told that FID, they're in the final stages of the beta. So, or getting ready for beta testing. And they're accepting applications for other tokens with games to be listed through them. So, like, so you can play. So it's going to be kind of cool. Hopefully I can use Saitama to play the Volt P2. You can. As a matter of fact, all you have to do is you have to make a deposit of $50 in that token, and then you can start representing that token and playing. And if you go over and look at the let me see if they're, I don't know if the stuff is still up, but when you go over here to the game, you can see that you get there you go. You can add a project right here. You're gonna be putting the project name in. You're gonna add it, and then once you've added it, then it's part of it. And then there's projects over here. So you can see here, Pongo is gonna be disqualified, but Shib Duty is in here, and Kong Tama is in here. So, and by the way, this is not being promoted. So any project that you put in here that you guys do a good score on, remember, they're going to buy $20,000 worth of tokens for the number 1 token. They're going to buy 10,000 for number 2 and 5,000 for number 3. So if you want to get a good amount of your tokens burned, all you have to do is get in this game and start playing, and something good's going to happen. So, I mean, it's a pretty opportune moment for you to burn some of your tokens. BMI doing good. I don't mess with Batman right now. Because Superman is stronger and better, everything pulling back. That is correct. SAPE is about to explode. I think so. I think it's going to have a good run. I don't know about explode. I think it's going to have a good moment. But explosions in this market right now have been very muted. So it's very difficult. Like we get fascinated when we see like Bobatama a couple weeks ago do like a 3 or 4 or 5x. When we see those moments happening right now, we're getting super excited. So when we see something like Cult blow up like it did, like that's a rarity. That used to be a norm. So Batman Inu got some great news coming. Looks ready to 100x. Well, it would be good if it did. It would be nice for the investors, and I hope they take their profits on the way up and make sure that they make some life-changing money if they do that. Liking Phantom, I do too. Like I think Phantom is going to be the next big play. I think that pre-sale is going to have a pretty high market cap when it comes out. I think everybody's going to have an opportunity to make some really good money off of it and get themselves into that little moon bag to go way up. BTFA, I did a promo video. It will come out in the morning. I actually was supposed to have it out Saturday, and I am horrible at scheduling. And I have spent my weekend, in fact, because I didn't do too many videos, I actually went into my calendar on my phone because I had not before. And I have set up, like, I have a calendar full of all of the jobs that I have to do, like for what's going up in the morning. For the month of July, I even have right here. I don't know if you can see it here, but it's this motherfucker, Holistic Crypto, says that one token is going to have a $5 billion market cap in July of this year. So I'm holding him to that. But yeah, I keep track of my stuff now. So on Monday, I got a BTFA. The video is already done, but I'm not going to release it until Monday. Let me keep going here. Oh, snap. You stayed online. Cool. You spend $400 on shoes. I don't. I can tell you that right now. I don't spend $400 on shoes. I just don't have a problem. I used to have a problem with people that did that. Like I thought that was crazy. And I'm if for those of you that don't know, I'm a wrestling fan. So one of the things that there's a tag team called the Young Bucks, and the Young Bucks go out and they constantly buy new Jordans like every week, and they get the customs. So they spend like hundreds and thousands of dollars on shoes every single week. It drives me like oh my God, I would never do that. But I have the money to do that. So, like, if I wanted to, I could go out and buy some $400 shoes and wouldn't have to think anything of it. It just drives me crazy, the whole thought of it, because Jesus Christ, that's a lot. What's a good bag to hold after the Volt migration? Currently holding 4 quintillion. All right, so I think that's going to be a good number. After the migration, let me see how many I have after the migration. After the migration, I probably have double what you have, somewhere around there. So I probably had 6 trillion. Like I probably had I don't know how much you had, but I had like 5 grand. So I have 8.3 billion right now on the new one. 4 quintillion, 4 billion. Yeah, so there you go. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. Like really what you're looking for is you're looking for that big play. So you're going to get that big play. They're talking about it. It's just become like an open secret at this point what the next big exchange is going to be for them. If you follow Pablo, his last name reveals it all. So honestly, who's behind Volt? Give us a clue. Voltoshi. Will CVC still recover? Yeah, dude. CVC is a brand new token. It's going to have up, it's going to have downs. There are people who are trying to FUD it because it's in an ecosystem that's not supportive of another token. So the people that are on that token are trying to screw with it. So, things go up, things go down. Don't worry about it. Safe Ape for the win. You got that right. The variable tax rate function on CMC with Terra, in my opinion, is the biggest red flag that is keeping investors away. It's entirely possible. Because they don't like it, but that's okay. Like it's okay. It will work itself out in due time because they are becoming a centralized exchange unto their own. So I think that that's a good thing for them. Like that's going to be to their benefit. I don't think they really I think they need to have some good exposure, but I don't think it has to come from CoinMarketCap. When is Phantom coming out? It's the end of this month or the beginning of May is when it will actually come out. The pre-sale will be next week. So I think, in the next 2 weeks, we're going to see Phantom launch and we're going to see the pre-sale happen. White list. There'll be a white list, I think. So I'm not sure exactly when that is. We're going to find out. I mean, we'll get all this information in the next couple of days. I don't know why CMC didn't list the details of CTCX on Terra exchanges. I have no idea. I have no idea. That CoinMarketCap plays favorites. They've always have. Migration went smoothly on my Volt, but Trust Wallet's still not showing the avatar or dollar amount. Mine aren't either. The dollar amount and the avatar are something that comes later because this is, for their purposes, a new token that's been launched, and it will not populate until it's active, and it's not active yet. It won't be active until Saturday. Saturday is when version 2 launches. I like BTFA as well. So do I. I was in the CVC. Good for you, man. Does price change with migration? Price doesn't change with migration. Thank you for the $5 bomb, Cryptoholic. Price doesn't change with the migration. The amount of tokens that you have and the value of those tokens is what changes. All right. Hi, fam. Love from Shazam. All right. Talk to me about Shazam because I don't know anything about it. And I keep getting some notices here. People are telling me that Shazam is on tap, and I don't know what that is. Is it BNB? Is it an ERC20? What is it? I see one right here. And this looks like, oh, you know what? I pulled this up 2 days ago. Yeah, this is not a good sign right here. You only got 5,000 in volume. That volume's got to kick up. I haven't seen any marketing, but I haven't there's no website. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. So all I see is an electrical symbol and Shazam. And then I see a gigantic, what looks like pre-sale. And then I see a big moon. And then I see just an absolute dump. And the dump tells me down here that we're almost at where the investors, this is below the average launch price. So we're almost back to square one with this one. So I don't know what's going on with it, but I would be real nervous right now if I'm looking at this chart. And that's just my honest opinion. I'm not sure that it's ready to go parabolic. What's the reason that it's going to go? That's the thing that you have to look for. Why is it going to go parabolic? Why would you add more to your Terra bag, or would you wait? So I accumulated when I went to when they did that Binance thing. I sold the top on Binance and then waited for a little while and accumulated when it cascaded back down. Now, I didn't have any inside information. By the way, I didn't know it was going to go like it did. But what I did know was that it slowed down when it was at 10,300, and I sold at 10,200. So it dropped to zero. It was my time to get out. I made 40 grand off of it. And then I waited, and then I bought the dip way down at the bottom. And now my way down at the bottom was not the bottom that we're in right now. I'm down from that reinvestment, but I'm still way up overall. So I already accumulated and added more to my Terra bag. I think that the price point in which you would accumulate more was around 26. That was the call from people, that you could accumulate at 26. But if I zoom out, then I don't have a support line. This support right here is at 2,700, and that is the only level of support that I see for any length of time right here. That doesn't take me all the way down right here to 1,800. Maybe I can make an argument that at 2,200, I got a little bit of support right there. So 2,200 is my support line. So it is entirely possible that there's about 400 more points that can go before we start to see some moves back up to the upside. Now, I did talk to the doctors. I did let them know my opinion. They did answer what they listened to me. They heard me out. I told them that I didn't like that people didn't like. I didn't have a problem, by the way, with the responses that they gave. I don't need everything to be answered because I understand that I'm a grown man. You don't have to explain to me every intimate detail about what's going on in your company for me to be an investor. Just be honest with me and be reasonable with me and your expectations and stuff like that. And that's what they were. So I felt good about it, but people still didn't feel good about it. And the product is continuing to bleed. That being said, they have to make another statement and they have to do something else, or they have to kiss those investors goodbye. And if that's what they're going to do, fine. But I don't like that, because I don't want any investor to lose. I don't want any investor to not make money, especially if I'm supporting you and I'm promoting you. Then I would prefer that you, as a token, have my back as well. Now, that being said, Terrarium is not one of those. They have a couple people that they do sponsor. They have sponsorships. As you can see here, I'm sponsored by SafeApe, Shiba Adventures, CoinView Cap, Volt Inu, and the Phantom Project. They sponsor me. I'm not in a sponsorship or a deal with Terrarium in any way. I asked them about it. They declined. Maybe I'm too controversial, or maybe they just didn't want to. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, they chose to take a pass on me. But that doesn't mean that I don't support them. So, um, yeah, I'm not sure. Hindi, you're gonna have to give me a reason to support Shazam. Otherwise, you're just telling me here you want my money. Like, give me a reason. When I look at the unique address of holders on Terra, 6 exchange listings and holders are going down. Come on, man. Well, that's fair. I mean, you could not like it, but I mean, what's happening here is the same thing that's happening with a lot of other tokens. People are just trying to FUD it, and some people get caught up in the FUD and shit like that. There's 9,100 unique investors. 108 of them are one person. I do know that. But the token is 6 weeks old. Like, it's not like we're talking about a token that's been around for 6 months and has had an opportunity. Like, it's on the way up. Ultimately, it's just having a down moment right now because people don't like what happened, and I don't like what happened. But I'm okay with it, and I don't need I don't need my hand held through every little thing in order to still feel good about something. So again, I was good with it. So I hope that everybody else is too. Don't forget to get your Everdome. I don't know what that is. You're not sharing your screen. Oh shit. Oh my God, I stopped sharing my screen entirely. I absolutely suck at life. Look at that. All right. Well, there's Terra anyway. So it's at 2619. The level of support is like 2200. So, and that goes way back over here and is just barely a line of support. So they've got a lot of healing that they're going to have to do. Like, this was a critical support line, and they lost that critical support line. There's another critical support line right here at 2800, and they just busted through that on this sell down. So, I mean, ultimately, I think they'll be back up here, and we'll all be talking about how great it was to have this big run or this big ride. But I mean, for right now, they got some work to do. 9,048 holders is where they are right now. So they're continuing to bleed holders. That's not a good sign. But I think they've gone very silent and very deliberately silent right now, by the way, because they're doing something. Yeah, Shazam. I don't understand what's going on with Shazam here. You guys seem to be into it, but and I'm not. By the way, I'm not trying to FUD you guys, but I don't understand. Like, here, I feel like I'm giving this more time than 1913 deserves. Like, you don't have a market cap, and the daily volume is $5,000. So go ahead and 1,000 words or less convince me that I should be in Shazam. I'm absolutely open to listening. And as a matter of fact, if anybody wants a link to come into StreamYard, here. Booyakasha. You can come right in. Every project is FUD. When you see red candles and chart is down, look at every other potential project, bro. It's all near floor price. That's fine. But again, I mean, we're just asking. I think the question is, what use does it have? What does it do? How do I, how does it work? How do I get something out of it? Plan as an ecosystem. You guys see Shazam chart now. Mark my words, next week will be crazy. There we go. Now, see there. Now we're getting somewhere. Show me some screenshots of the game. Show me what's up. Like, I absolutely, I'm always looking for a new play. So give me a big play. Everdome will be top metaverse. Rob Grin has a great team. Deadwood, could you please email me at tomnationwide@gmail.com? It's in the description on most of my videos. Send me over some information about that, because I would love to. Hey, what's going on, Husky? I would love to hear more about Everdome. Random, whatever happened to Floki? Floki is still out there. It's still doing its thing. It's just it's just not moving needles right now. It's just in that space where it needs a catalyst in order to take it to another level. And as far as me being involved, I'm still an investor in Floki, but like, this is my business. I mean, this is basically a business for me. and like they're not part of my business structure. They don't. When I mean, you can look at the numbers over here. Like, it's not. Like if you go look at my videos, it's not rocket science. Like, what videos do I have that get watched and what don't get watched? I mean, like, you go to playlists over here, and you can look at, say the Terraria. Well, shit, I don't want to play the videos, but when you go look at the list of terrarium videos, I don't want to play all. I just want to look. God, I look ugly. Like buttered Cheetos. God damn. Let me see here. My videos. Playlists. Terrarium. Here we go. Like maybe. Jesus Christ, I can't even get a list of. All right, well, you know what? This thing sucks. How about that? Content. All right. So if you look over here, I just put a video of me driving in the car, and it's got a couple hundred views right here. Yesterday's video in the car was 1,200 views. Phantom video got 1,000 views. Me in the car got 1,000 views. Volt got 1,100. Terrarium got 700. Saitama got 1,200. You go down here. Jesus Christ, dog, will you just stop breathing? 966 for Volt, 927 for Terrarium, 2,200 for Saitama, 1,162. But when I type in here and I type in Floki, the last Floki video got 500. The one before that got 389, 321, 381. I got 1,496 one time here. Like it's and I put in the work for Floki. I just don't get the same support structure on Floki that I get from other tokens. So it's odd for me to continue covering them if they're not part of my ecosystem. So what's going on, Husky?
I just wanted to come in and tell you how much I appreciate you and keep doing the good work. So
hey man, I appreciate you.
So, I just love you, man. So peace out.
What are you investing in, man? What are you investing in right now?
Actually, I was going on the whole Shiba Doge thing this week because of the whole into space thing, and I just bought more Terra because I love Terra and Volt, Terra Volt. That's my main deal, and the whole Shiba Doge, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu thing this week. I think we're gonna get a run on that. I'm not sure, but it's kind of a play I'm gonna take. So, what do you think about it?
I'm guessing that it's going to be Baby Doge, Shiba, and Doge that are going to be the three partners. And a $57 million market cap token is going to be in with a bunch of $500,000 or $500 million to over $1 billion market caps. And I think one of them has a chance to make a big run. And I think Shiba Doge, of course, is that one since they're the big sponsor of this whole thing. So it feels like if I'm holding on to, I mean, again, I just told everybody a little while ago, stable, anything that you can stable right now, just in case this market continues to dip. But that's the one that I would be like, yeah, that I really want to do something there. We just lost the David Cooper.
I bought 100 more billion Shiba Doge this afternoon just because of that, because I wasn't sure if it was going to take off and I didn't want to be paying too much. So that was kind of a little risk. It's all right. It's worked out so far, but if it takes off, it'll really work out. So I did a video on it earlier about how I thought that. And you always have very good content, very good information. And I really just wanted to come in and tell you how much I appreciate you. And I know that the whole community appreciates you. So
wait, man, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming in and telling me that, man. I appreciate that. I really do. I do this. I mean, obviously I'm trying to make this a job that I do, but at the end of the day, I'm really just going to sit here and do this because I love interacting with people, and I'm trying to make you guys money because I figure if I make you money, then one day you're going to tip me and make me money.
Right.
That's the way
exactly.
I see it.
I love this since I've gotten into this over the past couple of years. Not the YouTube. The YouTube thing, I just did a channel. It's only like 8 weeks old. And the Crypto Queen, she's been so fabulous to me. Sandstorm, even you got right. All you guys have been great. I really appreciate that whole community. And this is the right community to be in as far as I'm concerned.
Right on.
And Right. So you guys have all been great to me. I appreciate that. And I will get out of your hair so you can tell us more information.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
All right, David, tell me why I need to be invested in Shazam. I'm here, man. Talk to me.
Hey, Bleeves, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. What's going on?
Hey, man, blessing to be on here with you this evening.
I appreciate you taking the time.
Over here. Thanks for having me as well. I only got a few minutes. It's 11:35 in my time here.
Oh, right.
However, so I was brought into Shazam. I hopped into it kind of blindly.
Yeah.
Did a lot of research on the developers. The developers came back clean. Everything as far as being doxxed. So our objective here is to bring out a P2E game. It's going to be a 2.5 fighting game. But however, we plan on bringing out an ecosystem. So we're going to have NFTs involved as well, and a few other things that we haven't spoken about that will be released in the next couple of days. As you see, the chart is trending sideways right now. We actually are starting marketing here in the next couple of days as well. We've signed contracts with a few marketing groups.
All right.
So marketing is about to ramp up, and it's not going to be like calls or anything like that. It's actually going to be, getting whales to come in to the token itself. I don't know if you know how to read contracts. When I went through the contract, Shazam has one of the most in-depth contracts that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
In the contract, it actually states that pre-sellers, there was a pre-sale. It was 15 private sales. They got 1 Ethereum apiece. And then we had a 20 ETH sale for the for the public sale. But we started out with 35 ETH. We started out at 450,000 market cap. However, those pre-sellers, we kept the public to a standard of vesting for 1 week. And then after the 1 week period, we're only allowed to sell 0.5 each day. Okay. Private sales, we're only allowed to sell 0.5 each day as well. And this is all depending on the market cap. Market cap can go up. If it goes, say it goes to 100 million, we'll then up it to like 1 ETH, 2 ETH a day. But the goal here is that nobody is able to kill our chart.
Gotcha.
Our devs, like I said, they're doxxed. They're in the chat all the time. But the best thing about this token, Bleeves, and what runs crypto nowadays is the community.
Absolutely.
The leaders in the community, we're all stepping up. We're all taking initiative day in and day out to be involved and help out any way that we can. Our input, we go on calls every day with the developer. Our input is huge. I'm in a coin where I actually think that my say is being heard.
Well, it's a good feeling to have, man. That is an absolutely great feeling, especially when you're in a token and you just feel like they listen to you and that you're being heard, because there's a lot of times when you get into these things and you just have it just feels like what you've seen it, you have this idea, and then they don't, and all the things that you're doing, it's just not taking you where you want to go. So I know what that feeling's like. I have been through that with multiple tokens. Let me ask you this. As a matter of fact, by the way, before I do this, let me say, hey man, Pablo, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Thank you so much for the bomb. I appreciate you more than you know. So I don't know who your marketing is through, but it is entirely possible, because I'm represented by 2 media companies, and I probably will be one of the people doing maybe an AMA with you guys or something like that. So
Awesome.
If you've got something that you can, if you've got something to offer, then we're going to dig in and we're going to find out what it is, and we're going to make sure that it gets out to the people.
Awesome. We appreciate you. I don't want to give out too much information, but just know the person who pumped Bobatama, is actually going to be on our team too.
Awesome.
So
that's going to be a great opportunity. Like
Yep.
that's a
Yep.
really good opportunity. If you can get something like that,
So,
then that it creates the chance for you to have just a nice run. And the important thing is, I don't know what your tokenomics are because I don't see a website. Like all this stuff is not listed here on Dex Tools to make it easy for me. So me digging in, there's just so much time that I don't have.
right.
So like, I
Right.
would love to be able to dig in, but if you guys make it easy for me, then it's easier for me to just start clicking on links and stuff like that rather than searching it down.
Yeah.
And because I
Absolutely.
can't search it down, I don't know your tokenomics or anything, but it looks to me like if you had this big run up over here and then I just do like the average based on the number of days and stuff like that when I'm looking at it, like the marketing wallet looks like it's going to be pretty decent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just a matter of getting out there and starting to get some exposure. And I mean, 54.93 for a daily volume is pretty low at this point. So the only way you can go is up.
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh-oh, what's going on now? What is
So
the
yeah,
Discord?
I can't actually pull up my screen. I think it'll close off on my phone here to
Right
give
on.
you the right information. But if you actually come into the Telegram, you can do all the backslashes. You know, pop up the chart,
Yeah.
taxes.
Send me all the stuff. TomNationwide@gmail.com. The email address is in most of my videos. So if you send it over to me, then I always take the time and mess with my emails just to go through them. So if you do that, then I'll know exactly what it is that I talk about. And if I like it, I'm going to mention it again on some live streams. So
Awesome, awesome. Hey man, we appreciate you.
yeah, no
Sorry I
worries.
didn't get on camera.
That's okay.
It was late notice. One of my guys called me. He's like, "Hey, they're talking about us on here," so I had to hop on.
All right, man.
All right, Bleeves. Have a
We'll
great
talk to you
evening.
soon.
And keep doing a great job.
All right, brother.
All right, take care.
All right, take care. All right, Safe Ape sends Hey, man, I'm sending it back. I love what you guys are doing. Will WagMe still 10x? Guys, if you're not in WagMe right now, you are fucking up. And I mean making a big mistake. WagMe is going to have a monster run. Now, I know you probably looked at it on Friday and you saw the video, and I don't know how you felt about the video. I wasn't looking for the art to be like earth-shattering or life-changing or anything spectacular. I was just looking for it to be functional for me to play a game. And I got exactly that off of it because when I saw the screen and when I watched the promo of it, then what I saw was a game where I 100% knew, and we're going to go over to it right now. What I 100% knew how to play this game. Son of a bitch. You know what? I should have gone to YouTube. I 100% knew how to play this game because I could see in the video exactly how this game should be played. I'm going to keep the sound off, but I'm going to maximize this thing and we're going to get a look at it. And just so you guys understand, I was a big fan of like Clash Royale and games like that. So when this thing popped out, then I got real excited. And what you're looking at over here is, as you can see, each one of these things has a ranking, and that's how much energy you need in order to fight with them. So level 4, it takes like 4 rounds, and you have to use 4 points. So I'm a big, big fan of this type of gameplay because it's really just you and it's just a relentless army. And all of these are level 4s. There's going to be some level 1s, 2s, 3s, and stuff like that. And it's going to fight, and all you're doing is reducing. And the object is there's 3 towers, which you can see that we just went past all 3 towers on one side right here. And all you're trying to do is take your opponent's towers down. And I absolutely love this type of gameplay. So when I'm looking at this, I'm excited as hell. Then I hear people say, well, we don't like the game because the graphics don't look like. It's not next gen graphics, guys. It's a tower defense game. Like, grow the fuck up and understand what it is that you're dealing with. And like, you're not always going to get these incredible graphics on these games. These games are not meant for that. These games are meant to be engaging and fun, and they're made to be something that people want to play, that can play, that have a decent computer that's not incredible. Like, this game has to be for everybody. If you want mass adoption, it can't be with top tier state of the art graphics. This is for what it is. I mean, look at it. These are, I don't understand why people don't like it. in all fairness. So maybe it could be more bubbly. Maybe it could be more anime oriented or something like that. Maybe the fatter on the screen. Maybe you'd like it more. But I mean, like, I think that the FUD was uh, just some people wanting to FUD because it didn't seem sustained and the price seemed to pump for a little while. And after the little dump, because the dump was just because of the news. So, but anyway, if you go back and you look at the chart right now, then you see that WAGMI is probably down here a little bit. It's at a 17, but it's at a $17 million market cap. Guys, I got into this thing all the way down here. So if you think I'm not happy as hell right now, you'd be sorely mistaken, because I am loving the position that this thing is in and how it's holding a decent level of support while the entire market is experiencing a downside little correction here. 3177, and Bitcoin for the last hour is dead even, but all these things are down. So like I'm not really, I'm still not used, by the way, to going to CoinViewCap for everything. Like it's going to take me a while. I'll probably have to just remove what I'm doing. Zombie Inu is on my radar, but like, they have never approached me and they've never talked to me about doing anything together. Like, I would love to do some promo work. I did a few videos for them previously, and Bleeves always right. What do you think about Shirio? I don't think about Shirio. Don't know anything about it. BTFA about to drop some news. I am waiting. As a matter of fact, my video is ready. I did my video this morning for BTFA. I just haven't sent it to them yet for to be launched. Pongo is finished. Yeah, Pongo's done. Baby Doge, that is one of them. I put 20K in Terra, like I did too. I got like 40K in Terra, so I'm not worried about Terra at all. We'll trading be live for Volt 2. Volt 2 trading is on Saturday, and I'm sorry I got behind here, guys. I'm going to try to catch up as quick as possible. This guy sounds like he smokes 2 packs a day. I don't know. Maybe he does. Volt 2 this Saturday. There we go. I'm going to be skipping a little bit here. Back to Pablo. I like the fact that Pablo made a donation. That's pretty awesome. What's I did Sham do their pre-sale? That one. Sorry I didn't get to that question. Shiba chart. I don't know what that is. Somebody didn't like Pablo. I had to remind people that when the parents token is down, the coins will reflect that price. Yeah. Please crypto. When the price goes live from the NFTs, I see 20 minted, but no floor price. I don't know what we're talking about here. Holy shit. How am I this far behind? All right. Safe 8. Had to drop you. And, there we go. DM me when you're free. That's it. See all that. Appreciate you having me, sir. All right, man. Yeah. This is I'm catching up now. Yeah, it's not meant to be this game-changing AAA graphics sort of game. It's just meant to be a towered defense game that you play against your buddy for a few minutes, and then you pick a winner, and then you win crypto or you lose crypto. Like it's so simple that it's complicated when you get to the NFT portions, but it's a simple game in order to play. BTFA actually just tweeted out. I don't know what they're doing. BTFA just tweeted that they are going to drop some news any moment, I believe. Dubai awarded. Maybe they awarded them the special attendance award. BTFA won NFTs. Tell Rodney to sell me his. I don't think Rodney's going to sell his. You know what? Actually, Rodney will sell it to you. I don't think he gives a shit. Like, he probably is just like, yeah, I'll sell anything. Okay, we're about to drop something. You know what? Just going to tell you guys, they didn't make me my own special NFT, by the way. Just so y'all know. I'm the only influencer out here that they didn't make an NFT for. Shiba is going for that AAA metaverse game. Does it mean that WAGMI isn't a good game? Look at Volt. That game is fun as hell. That's exactly right. Like every game is not going to attract every audience. Every game is designed to attract a certain and specific audience. I like tower defense games. I love tower defense games. So, like, I tell anybody who listens that one of my favorite games of all time is Defense Grid 2. My OpenSea NFTs. All right, hold on one second. Let me I don't think I have any for sale. Yeah, if you dude, if you make an offer on an NFT, then I'll probably go with it. Just remember you love me though, and I'll respond to it. Do you know if they called the Vault tournament? Yeah, that's 2 weeks on the Vault tournament. CoinView Cap needs a revamp that UI to compete. They are actually in the middle of so there's actually a version 2 that is not available yet, that will be available fairly shortly, that they were working on, that's much redesigned, and it's going to look way better. I know they need one for you. You deserve it, TFA. The funny thing was, I think I got lost in the mix. As a matter of fact, I even sent them an email. Hold on. Matter of fact, let's see. You can see it actually. Somewhere in here, I said, "Hey man, I didn't get an NFT." Oh, here we go. Sounds good. Thank you. Sent the NFT. Just finished talking. Oh, it says sending NFT in a couple hours. Also, payment is sent 4 days. They never sent me one, so I guess I don't get one. So, oh well, maybe next round. They're still mooning, so they're still having a moment. And I was just saying that I think that they're going to have another like big run. And yeah, StarCraft was the shit, man. I really like playing that, and I like StarCraft 2. As a matter of fact, I played the shit out of that one a couple years ago. Hope I'm not the 15th one to ask. Any news on Terrarium? It's moving lower on the chart this evening. Yeah, Terrarium is just waiting to find a level of support, which I think is going to be around 22 or 23. And then it's going to bounce. I mean, I think it'll bounce back up. You got to remember that there's some millionaires behind this thing. They would provide support if they felt that it needed support. But I really just kind of feel like they're in a moment where they're just shaking out hands. Like I don't say that very often, especially about developers, but I feel like they're in this position where you have to look at the context of what they've done. And you have to you have to really think about where Terrarium is versus where it could be, where it should be, blah, 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 blah. They're not far off from where they should be. There's this line that I have on my chart, and you can actually see the line on my chart for Terrarium. And it shows, it's this green line over here, that based on the number of investors, if it keeps going up at the same level, that this is where it should be. But the level of investors has tailed off and gone backwards by a couple hundred. If it were still pumping forward, then the price action, excuse me, then the price action would support that. Right now, it would be at 1207. So it would be above its all-time high. What happened was this right here. This caused a little shakeout. They've still continued to accrue investors since then, but it hasn't been as much, and some of them have been losing. Now, here's the thing. Investors are not long, like we all want to talk about people are here for the long term and we're all diamond hands and all that bullshit. But we're not. We're investors who want to make money. When we don't see money being made, then we get out. But look over here. This is all of these people right here are still in a massive amount of profit. Now, some of these people are getting nervous because their profit is being cut into, and they were feeling real good over here at 2,200, 2,300. They were feeling real good when they saw this stuff happening right here because you're 3Xing and 4Xing your money. But now you're getting to a point where your profit that you thought was there is getting eaten up, and you are just not smart enough to recognize that the opportunity that exists for you is great. So they're just going to sell off because they're going to take what they can, because they're going to run off and, move, make a play somewhere else. Maybe they'll come back to Terrarium. Maybe they won't. But the point is, the doctors aren't doing anything about it right now. So we just have to accept that. We just basically have to accept it and hold and know that TerraPool is coming. And by the way, like I had my conversation, and they are going to have an AMA. And I thought, all right, I did something good. I got them to do an AMA. But then I realized the AMA that they're going to do is in like a week or 2 weeks, because it didn't give a specific date. It just said that they were going to do an AMA and that they would make an announcement. Now I think that it's just going to be the announcement for TerraPool, and that they're just stopping any of the conversation about it until then. So, I don't know what to make of it. Here's what I know. I know that these guys in the end are going to take me to the promised land. So I'm cool with that. I don't need to know everything. I know that it sounds like it sometimes, but I don't need to know everything. I just need to have confidence and faith in the people who are doing it. And I have confidence in those people. So I think that it's going to be fine. Any news on the BTFA listing? Anyone else having trouble selling WAGMI? My Uniswap is showing the wrong total. I think that may be why. I don't know anything about that one. Let me go see what my WAGMI is right now. I'm just showing that it's down. I'm not going to sell it. I have 500 million, so I'm not selling anytime soon. I petitioned please to get a BTFA NFT. Hey, I even asked for one with a mohawk. I just didn't get it. So, oh well. When is Monkey Shit Inu launching? You're gonna have to ask the developer Pablo on that one. We're gonna see when that happens. Is PTA project with the game already live? Yes. AJ, Alex, Alejandra. Volt Inu has a playable P2E game. Shiba has a playable P2E game. Shib Toro, I think, has a couple of P2E games in there. So yeah, I mean, I think there's and man, Valhalla, I missed you here. Good time to buy into Shib Duty. I'm nervous about Shib Duty. I had them, they sent me a request to do a video, and then I didn't hear anything about them for a while. So I have no idea what's going on with them. They had me they had me on the hook. They made me do the research. I looked at it, I liked it, and then all of the sudden I didn't hear back from them. So I don't chase them hoes. So if they're not coming along, then oh well. Sheeb, you got it, man. Why did you delete your message? I don't know. That's CEX tokens will make you money. Just be patient. BNB, KuCoin, Hotbit made me money. I can feel Terra too. Yeah, see, Shanty understands what I'm talking about here. Like this, when we started this whole Terra thing, like guys, I want you to remember and go back and just remember our first conversation about Terrarium. And I said, I'm putting $1,000 in. I put more than $1,000 in, by the way, but I'm putting $1,000 in, and I'm just going to hold this thing. And one day it's going to be 20 billion market cap, and then I'm going to take some money out. That's what I told you, and I'm still kind of holding to that. I just ended up getting in a good run and making 40 grand off of it. So like I felt really good with, and I got to sell the top. That was the first time I really got to sell the top of something, by the way. So like I felt good about that, and I put some money back into it. But just because of that big play right there, and a couple of other big plays that I had that happened in the last couple months, like I'm in a much better place. So I'm going to stick with them for a long period of time, and I've got a big bag sitting in there. So like I feel good about it. Terra just announced the launch pad. Yeah. So I don't think they just announced the launch pad. I think the launch pad is, unless it's active right now. Yeah, it was a couple days ago that they were talking about it. But I mean, like if you go over here and you look at things like this, like people are talking about Terrarium as if like, oh no, what's going on? Is it dead or something like that? Like 8 days ago, it was one of the top gainers on Bitmart. So like, I don't know, guys. Like I'm good on Terrarium for a long period of time. There's not a lot they can do that's going to screw me over. So I'm not feeling bad about anything with them. Bleeves, do you have an opinion on Firepin? No, I don't know anything about Firepin right now. I did that. Bleeves is real, and I like the real. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Bleeves is always right. I appreciate that even more. I think you'll end up getting your BTFA. Yeah, if I don't, it's okay. Like I'm just playing around. I'm just messing around. like the fact that I didn't get one when they sent a bunch out, like because what they did is they hired me first. I think amongst everybody, they hired me first, and then I was then I did a video, and then a couple days later, they contacted Rodney. Rodney did a video, and they gave him an NFT, and I was like, "Are you shitting me?" And then Ryan comes in, and Ryan's got his own NFT, and I'm like, "Are you shitting me?" Even more because like these guys got NFTs and I didn't get an NFT, and I just at that point I just wanted one for the point. But then I thought, you know what? Really, I wanted one with like a mohawk because like, what's the point if it's not with a mohawk or anything like that? And I just didn't get one, so it's okay. Please pull up on TerraBurn on live new pairs and drop 2 since launch. Yeah, I like I don't even need to pull it up to understand that. Like I'm still good on that. Bleeves an intellectual badass. Love you. I appreciate you, man. Any hope on Saitama? The only hope on Saitama is a long-term hold. Is there still hope on Saitama? Absolutely. But it's going to take a lot of work for these developers to fix the problems. And they're not capable of fixing the problems the way that they need to be fixed. Now, remember, this is not those of us who they consider to be fudders that were screwing everything up. Like, we're barely talking about them anymore. The only people that are still talking about them in a negative fashion really is Rodney. And it's not a dead project because look here, it's at 439 million market cap, and it still has a pooled Ethereum base of almost 2,000 Ethereum. This is not a dead project by any means. This is still a lively project where you, as a trader and an investor, can still make a bunch of money. Like, again, and I'm saying this, if you had $10,000 and you invested it, and I'm not telling you to do this, by the way. I'm just telling you that if you did at 71.44, which it was down to here a little while ago, if you invested at 71.44 and you put 10 grand into it and you waited 3 hours, it went up to 8,500 and you would have pulled out 1,400 in profit, less your fees, which are about $50 right now. So you made $1,300 in profit for a 3-hour swing. Like, that's crazy. If you sold the top. If you didn't, you would have still made $1,000. Like, it's that simple. And somebody else is going to do a big sell down here, man. They're not done. There's people dumping on this project constantly because they don't want to be involved in it anymore. And that's a great opportunity for you as an investor to make more money. Like, all you have to do is find these dumps. Like, look at every one of these dumps. And all you have to do is just use your brain. Right here, you were at 81.42. Where did it end up? 9,008. That's $900 on a $10,000 investment. I'm not telling you to just throw your $10,000 at Saitama, by the way. It's not financial advice. I'm just giving you the mathematical equivalent of what's going on here. This one was 83.08, and it ended up with a top here. It looks like of 87.82. So that's $600, $500. It's about $500. But if it started at the bottom down here and went up to 91.25, it didn't do that, but it could have. Over here, if you played this one at 8,700 and held on to it for a little while, it went up to 99.70. So that's $1,200. And again, I'm not talking about days. I'm talking about hours. Like, when you see Saitama on a gigantic dip and you have an extra $10,000 to throw at it and wait for a couple of hours to see what happens and see how it plays out, play the top. Don't get emotional. Don't get overinvested. It's an easy way for you to make a little bit of money on the side. Like, it's a risk. When just like anything, it's a risk. But I mean, it's kind of easy money at this point if you're playing it right. Bleeves, are you still holding Shinja? My opinion on Shinja, I'm still holding a little bit of Shinja. I have like $500, but I don't have high hopes for it in the short term. All of my hopes are pinned into a very long-term play on the Kasari chain that I think maybe the Kasari chain will do something and then it'll be worth a little bit more. But that's not going to be a moon bag anymore. That pie in the sky seems, I just kind of played that one out. I made a little profit off of it. I didn't do bad. And then I just kind of got out because it wasn't going the way I expected. If it blows up and I'm wrong, oh well. I remember I saw it all live when you found out. Well, family live stream this past week. What's up, Bleeves? How you feeling about Pixel? I'm feeling like it's an opportunity, and that's about it. Like, I like what I see when I look at it. But I also, here we go. For those of you that aren't paying attention to this one, by the way, Pixel. There we go. And I'm looking at this one. All right, so it's going to take me a second to get there. Our vision, we believe the adoption of cryptocurrency worldwide is inevitable. I mean, everybody says that. That doesn't mean shit to me, right? So I go into this, and by the way, I did this on my phone, and their white paper took me forever to scroll down and scroll through. Inaccessible, numerous layers, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. They're using user-friendly design experiences, developing platforms that create effortless and smooth processes to help advance the adoption of cryptocurrency to everyday business and personal transactions. That's the biggest use case that I could ever see. Pixel, to me, sounds crazy in a good way. User-friendly design and experience. Yes. Provide educational materials. Yes. Plug and play applications. Developing APIs for easy integrations. Maybe. Having having your plugin being made by a third party who makes a whole bunch of plugins for other people does to me kind of seem like a security risk in some way, but I mean, we'll see. A freelance marketplace, a point of sale system, logistics system for shipping, and NFT adoption. I'm not the NFT part, by the way, that's not going to move me at all. The Freelance Marketplace is the first platform we started developing back in 2021. The goal is to create a marketplace that allows users to trade services for cryptocurrency under the Binance Chain Network. So there's a lot to like if you're out here looking for a token and trying to find something. Pixel is a use case from, it looks like day one, maybe. So if you're looking for something to feel good about, that's going to be one. I got to go to Discord. Be right back. All right. Saitama chart speaks to the sentiment right now. Yes, it really does. It really, really does. Everyone's sleeping on that WAGMI bot. I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to be sleeping. So I think, Angel, here's what I think is going to happen. I think that WAGMI is going to pump a little bit over the release of the beta this week, but not a lot. And then I think that we're going to start to see the bigger pump, like the really big pump. It's going to start moving when the beta is close to done, and it's going to get to launch day. Like, I think that's where we start to see the move. Archie Nico, I watched an AMA with Archie Nico today. I didn't get to see the whole thing, so I didn't have a chance to like really understand everything that it represented, but it has a lot of people and a lot of muscle behind it. So I felt good. At least I was watching and paying attention. Like, they haven't reached out to me, so I have no idea what's really going on because nobody's had me dig into it to just kind of get an idea. So like, I don't know, but I'm definitely listening and watching. Terra will have its day. These days are cooking something. Yes, you don't just go dark like that. That is exactly right, Giant Wookie. And that's what I keep trying to say. Like, there's a shit going on in the background that we're not privy to, that we're going to find out about. And they don't have anything that's ready at this moment because they did not consider that Binance.us was going to be the problem that it was. They didn't consider that, and they ended up paying for that by not having something ready to go to keep it moving forward. Because if that one had happened, then the next one had happened. And then the next one, like XT, had happened. And then what came after that? Bitfinex, Digifinex, whatever one came right after that. That one happened. And then the next one is Probit, I think. And it hasn't even launched yet. But like the point is, if they had just kept going, then it would have just kept going up. This is just a bump in the road. What about those med NFTs? Some people like the medical cat. I mean, I make it known that I'm not a fan of charity tokens. So, and that the med thing so far seems to me like kind of a charity thing. And dude, this poor dog. Terra truly is the ultimate long-term play. That's exactly right. With governance and fundamentals to prosper when SEC regulations. Yes. Mandox. I did talk to Mandox, and full disclosure, I have a Mandox NFT. I've got, well, not Mandox. They're called Cyborgs, but I've got one of the Cyborgs NFTs. My boy Cryptobolics puts a lot of work in for them, so I felt like I should support him. So I bought one on one of his live shows. Saitama's utility would have been Lily. What is its use case now? Cider Realty bites ass. Well, I don't know if it bites ass or not because I'm not invested in it. I know a couple people that made some money off of it that felt really good about it. So I don't have any use for, like, I have a bag of Saitama and that's enough for me. All of these deep side tokens and stuff like that for me, like when it gets like that and I don't really when I don't understand it, I get out of it. Like, forget that. Continue to do a V2. They should do a V2. They just haven't done one. And I keep hearing Cliff say that he doesn't think that it's needed. It's needed. He just doesn't realize it yet. And if he's slipping on that, then that makes me nervous because it's needed. Yeah, as a matter of fact, Scott Herman and I are going to be running a Twitch where we're going to be fighting each other every week. And we're going to be bringing on other influencers to fight each other. Shibu chart is looking bullish. Too bad I didn't get in on launch date. Yeah, you know what? I didn't either. And again, they came to me and then never followed up with me. So I have no idea. I'm just wishing them well and hoping everybody. Pre-selling happiness, your opinion, Krypton Fighter. I don't know anything. Krypton Fighter. Send me that by email so that I can look at that later. So I get an idea, Angel, if you would please. I heard you mention Baby Doge. I'm holding 1.2 trillion. Just curious what's up. They're going to be in a partnership. I think, I'm not sure, but I think they're going to have a partnership. It'll be announced on Wednesday with some other tokens. That's all. I don't know that there's anything to it or not. I just felt like that was one of them, and I'm guessing. So that's the only reason. Everybody's linking me on Ponyo. Easy to. All right. So at no point, if this is a dig at me, by the way, for Pongo, I have at no point said that Pongo Inu was going to be an easy $2 billion market cap. And I am always right. But I left my money in Pongo, by the way, so that all of you who didn't, when Mike said he wasn't going to continue it, I left my money in because I figured if I lose it, it's better that I lose it because I can afford it than you guys lose it. So I'm out my money because I was wrong. I thought Mike was more into it than he was. And he just decided to get out, and then he didn't want to be, I don't know. That's all I can say about it. And then we tried to resurrect it as Pongo Kai, and Pongo Kai, the Grifters project. Dustin over there did not like what he was hearing out of who he was going to put in charge. So he just canceled the project and was done with it. And that was the end of it. Financial freedom with Archie Nico. I hope it makes everybody a millionaire. I'm not invested. They've never reached out to me, so I've never had a conversation with them. I've never done anything with them. I keep hearing them on other influencer channels. So I listen, but I haven't had any conversation with them. I don't think they're interested in me. So looking forward to Phantom. I am looking absolute forward to the Phantom presale. Check BTFA. It's running. Yeah, I figured that it was going to be just a matter of time. Here we go. BTFA is on its way. Zoom in on it. All-time high is 13,477. We're at 12,010 right now. So it looks like it's going to make its run. This might be that night where somebody has a good evening. Excuse Saitama effing up. It was the catalyst to form Terra. Yeah. Sure shit was. Please, what is the next pre-sale you have your eyes on? My next one is Phantom Project. That's the one that and it doesn't launch until the end of this month, but I'm not looking too much for pre-sales right now. I'm not going to turn any down. I'm going to have people why are you skipping comments about Shinja and trust in it? Well, first, I don't owe anybody their comment on the screen. The only person that I ever feel I have an obligation to post on the screen is somebody who's doing a super chat. So if they're doing that, then I don't think I missed anybody. But otherwise, I do skip some sometimes. Everybody doesn't get to be on the screen. But if you want to know, I didn't skip comments about Shinja. I told you what I thought of Shinja, and uh, and that I still think Cliff is a good guy, and that everything is going to end up to the positive. That's a very long play. I've got about $500 in it, and I'm saving that money for the Kusari chain. And I don't like the fact that the reflection tokens are gone. I don't know what's going to be done about it. I haven't paid much attention to it because I don't have a whole lot invested in it. And that's all I can say. I don't really have anything else. Let's go put those profit in the Terra. Yeah, this one right here. So the chargeable, the chargeable situation, I don't like the token to begin with because I don't think that landlords and tenants should be working. The only person that benefits in the chargeable situation is the landlord. I think that that's an opportunity for the landlord to manipulate prices if that's what they're doing. So I don't like this on the surface. It's interesting to see Nation in the house. What's up, Zen? I don't think that it's an interesting opportunity in principle, but the charge token is not going to be invested in by 100,000 or 200,000 or 300,000 people. There's no way that this thing is stable enough to support rent. So I could absolutely see as a landlord that I would the day before rent was done or something like that, that I would just like, I could wreck this thing, back and forth one way or another to make the price go way up or way down. And like, because I have more money than the renter, I could control the market for it. And like, I don't feel comfortable with that. And I know that they're going to have some kind of thing that prevents it. But if those kind of things ever worked, then I would say, okay. But again, it's still not stable. So I would think you can't overextend yourself too. There's just so many tokens and so little time to cover it all, like watching your growth, man. I appreciate that, man. And yes, there is. Like and I don't mean to be a dick about it, because like I just don't, there's not enough time in the day. Like I still, because I can't quit. I'm still working my day job, and my day job pays too much for me to just walk away from. It really does. In Hex we trust. Yay, what's up, Hexican? It just pays too much for me to walk away from. So I'm not gonna walk. I'm not just gonna walk away. Which then again creates another problem. There goes 8 hours. Then I got to sleep. So there goes like 1 hour, maybe 2 hours if I'm lucky, or 3. But then I got to get up in the morning and I got to plan for the next day. And planning for the next day means I've got, 3 hours of videos, either prepping, editing, or shooting. Then I come home, got to get to the gym, just to get some kind of, just to get some exercise in. And then I've got 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. I might have AMAs or something like that. So there's always just a little something going on. Like I don't think I have an AMA, or I don't think I have anything scheduled for this Monday. This is the first time on a Monday that I haven't had anything scheduled. So I have, fuck my life, I do have stuff scheduled. God damn it. Well, anyway, the chance was, oh, actually, you know what? I'm good. But fuck. Tomorrow is the anniversary of my uncle passing away. So, sad day. But when I get home, then I'm going to come out here and I'm going to do a live after I go to the gym. And, we're going to talk about crypto. We're going to do this thing. And it's never ending. And if it takes a long time, it takes a long time. Like here we are, an hour and 18 minutes into this show. And we're still talking crypto, and I'm still feeling good. But I do know I got to go to bed. So, because I got to work early in the morning. I appreciate it, man. Guys, I just want you, the investor, to be successful. If you are successful, if I can provide you with some kind of knowledge or some kind of wisdom or some kind of information or inspiration that makes you a better investor, that makes you better at doing all of this so that you get into the right projects and make a bunch of money, then I hope that at some point you guys bring that love back to me. you know, I come into live and you guys make so much money that you're just bombing this chat with super chats, or that you're like, hey man, send me your wallet, I got something for you, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Or sending me crypto or whatever it is. Or maybe you come one day and you have a play for me because I give plays to you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I wash your hands, then one day you guys wash mine. So that's the way I see it. And it all comes around over time. Also, not for nothing, I have, I have Bleeves crypto hats now. I have new Bleeves crypto hoodies. I have all kinds of different shit that you can go buy in my store and all over the place, I guess. What the fuck do I have? Let's go up here to your channel and then Bleeves crypto store. So I got these designs out here. It's this one right here with I want to believe. So you can have the Bleeves effect. You can have, here you go, for all the little portly guys out there. And it says, I want to believe, Bleeves crypto on YouTube. And it's just like a Bitcoin hidden inside something. And it's on, all you have to do is go through YouTube and you can click on it up at the top. Hoodies are available. That's not my favorite design though. My favorite design is when it's in black, because there we go. And then you can even have it on a hat. And then what is the last design? This is not financial advice. I'm always right. Look, me on titties. Haha. What about that? Then all the way down here, it's again on hats, on shirts. It's on all kinds of different stuff. So, and there's like, I think I got rid of the coffee mugs because that was one of those things that, oh yeah, there's like one coffee mug on each one of them. So if you drink coffee, there's an opportunity for you to have my ugly mug right there, and some pins if you want to put pins. A travel mug with a handle. Like there's all kinds of shit you can do. But let's see. Ethereum starting to move back up. Looks like there's a little something happening. God damn it, this whole thing. You guys did see that, right? All right, there we go. My goal in life is just post a video thanking you personally with my face on it one day. Right on, man. All I want to do is make people some money. If I make people some money, then they're going to make me some money one day, and it'll all be great. All right, guys, it's not financial advice. Take your profits on the way up. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. And remember the most important thing. Man, Rodney, you ugly. I'm Bleeves, and I'm always right.